beseech, ennui, Rolodex. All strange words in the context of musical lyrics. I'm going to be discussing these words and more on the next installment of Northern Vinyl Guy. Hello everyone, Daryl the Northern Vinyl Guy coming back at you with another video, and on today's installment we are going to be doing an English lesson. Yes, that's right, an English lesson. No, I'm just kidding. But I am going to educate you on certain words that might be considered unusual in the context of music lyrics, and if you are interested in some more words, leave some down in the comments below, and I can research those lyrics and those words, and we can go over them and discuss them, define them, all that good stuff. Before I get on with my video, though, I would like to appreciate all the support that everybody's been giving me over the last little while. It's been really good, leaving some feedback and all that good stuff. If you are new to my channel, please feel free to subscribe, leave a thumbs up, leave some comments in the section below, and don't forget to click that bell. And yeah, I hope that you enjoy this episode of Northern Vinyl Guy. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going in alphabetical order. This is not done in any like years or anything like that, but alphabetical order by words. And in my introduction, you will notice that I talked about words like beseech, ennui, Rolodex. These are all going to be coming up here in the video. Going to be doing it alphabetically. So let's get started with word number one. Word number one is Baluchitherium. Yes, that's right, Baluchitherium. And it's the only song that is on this list that has no lyrics. It is the song title, and it comes from the 1995 Van Halen album Balance. It is the song Baluchitherium. So what does Baluchitherium mean? Well, according to my research here, it is a large mammal that lived 30 million years ago. So, with that in mind, it is very possible that this song actually is kind of derived from the original name of Van Halen. So back in the early 1970s, they went by the name Mammal, or not Mammal, but Mammoth. And then shortly thereafter, they changed their band name to Van Halen. So it's almost like it's an homage to that. It's a very cool instrumental song. And yeah, check it out. It's off the, like I said, off the 1995 album Balance. Very cool. I remember it from my high school days. And there you go. Word number one, Baluchitherium. All right, word number two is the word beseech. Yes, I mentioned that word in my introduction. And this word comes from the song Calling Occupants of Interplanetary Craft. I'm taking this one from the Klaatu version in 1976, but of course it was also done by the Carpenters, and this is from their 3:47 Eastern Standard Time album, 1976. So what does the term beseech mean? Well, beseech, according to my research, means to ask someone urgently to do something. Well, in the context of Calling Occupants of Interplanetary Craft, if you have listened to the lyrics, there is a line in the song that goes, "Please come in peace, please come in peace, we beseech you. Only a landing will teach them. Our Earth may never survive." And so in that context, what this probably is meaning is the Earthlings down below, or the aliens, whichever one we're looking at in this context, are asking urgently, please come in peace. Earth requires it, whatever it might be. Please be peaceful. Don't harm us. All those kinds of things. The word beseech. Not a word that you typically hear in, common language. I'm sure that, Every now and again, you might hear somebody say it in a sentence or two, but typically in musical lyrics, other than this song, I've never heard the term beseech in lyrics. If you've heard of a song that uses the word beseech in it, please feel free to leave a comment in the section below. That would be great. There you go. Word number 2, beseech. All right, cool. This is word number 3. Word number 3 is billboard. And yes, billboard is not the most unusual word. However, in the context of musical lyrics, you don't see the word billboard used too often in a song. And this one comes from the 1991 album We Can't Dance by Genesis and the song Jesus He Knows Me. And so what is a billboard? Well, a billboard is just a sign used for advertisements, right? Used for advertisements. But in the context of this song, Genesis is kind of making, I guess, a mockery, or maybe not a mockery, but educational mock of televangelism. And so as the lyrics go, right from the beginning, it says, do you see the face on the TV screen coming at you every Sunday? See the face on the billboard? Well, that man is me. And as the song continues to go on, it's kind of this idea that, you know, people will pay money and buy into anything, whether it's religion or other institutions. Does that necessarily mean it's good or bad? That's not for me to say. However, in the context of the song, it's just a whole knock on the whole 1970s and 1980s televangelism, and how people, you know, paid money hand over fist to pray to a televangelist that may or may not have been truthful to them. And so, yeah, you don't hear the word billboard very often. I think it's a great song. 1991's Jesus He Knows Me, the We Can't Dance album by Genesis. Word number 3, billboard. All right, word number 4 is the word, and this is the one everybody knows, or I should say, if you don't know, I mean, check it out. It is from Hotel California and is the word colitas. Colitas. Now, there is a couple of differing definitions of this particular song, of this particular word. One of them meaning an Hispanic word or slang word that means the buttocks. But in the context of this song, once I get to the lyrics, it is definitely not that particular term. But instead, the second definition is a slang for the buds on a cannabis plant. And this, in the context of Hotel California, as the lyrics go, on a dark desert highway, cool wind in my hair, warm smell of colitas rising up through the air. So, I mean, in this context, the warm air is bringing out the smell of that marijuana seed or that marijuana smell. I mean, I suppose if you want to look at it in the other context, you know, here we are getting to some PG-13 stuff, the smell of somebody's buttocks, but I don't think that is what the Eagles had intended for this particular song. So yes, word number 4 is colitas, Hotel California by the Eagles. Yeah, if you don't know it, check it out. If you know it, you know what I'm talking about. All right, word number 5 is the word craven. Craven, C-R-A-V-E-N, craven. An unusual word. I know in Canada back in the 1980s when my dad used to smoke, when he was sick, he used to smoke craven menthols. But that is not what we're talking about here. We're talking about the word craven from a 1952 song called High Noon by Frankie Lane. And so what does craven mean? Well, craven just means lacking in courage, almost cowardly-like. And so in the context of the song, how do the lyrics go? I do not know what fate awaits me. I only know I must be brave, and I must face a man who hates me. Or lie a coward, a craven coward, or lie a coward in my grave. So in the context of the song, you know, the protagonist in this song is worried that they have to face their enemy, but they might be too cowardly to do so. Or if they don't face their enemy, they will be considered craven or very cowardly. So 1952's Frankie Lane, High Noon, cool song. I know it's an unusual one, definitely going back a long ways. Frankie Lane, I've mentioned this in some previous videos of mine, that my grandfather used to listen to him lots, so I'm very familiar with this song. Excellent song. If you haven't checked it out, do so. And also let me know, have you ever heard the word craven in another song? It's kind of I guess more of an old school word. You don't hear it too often. So yeah, very cool. Craven, 1952. High Noon, Frankie Lane. So my number 6 word alphabetically that I was looking up from songs is the word ennui. And this word is from the 1997 Secret Samadhi album by the band Live and their song Rattlesnake. Ennui, that song is the very first time and probably only time I've ever heard the word ennui. So what does ennui mean? E-N-N-U-I. Well, it is a feeling of listlessness or dissatisfaction from a lack of excitement. So basically, straight up boredom. And so how did the lyrics go in Rattlesnake? Well, it goes, let's go hang out in a bar. It's not too far. We'll take my car. We'll lay flowers at the grave of Jessica White, the sinner saint. The rock is full, and so are we, of laughing gas and ennui. So ultimately, they're living a pretty bored life. I mean, going bar hopping, going to someone's grave, and they're just lacking excitement. Even laughing gas and that kind of thing, according to the lyrics, they're just lacking a bit of excitement, trying to get some entertainment going. Very cool song. I know that it's not, whoops, that was my camera. Not necessarily one of the more popular live songs, but if you have a chance to check it out, do so. Once again, Rattlesnake off the Secret Samadhi album. If you're trying to buy this album on vinyl, they're not easy to come by. I don't have one in my collection. I would love to get one, but definitely not a cheap copy. Check it out on CD or stream it, but cool song. Ennui, very unusual word. At number 7, the 7th word in this unusual lyric word list, if we want to call it that, is the word mentholated. Now, mentholated, once again, not the most uncommon word. However, in the context of a song, this one is from one of my favorite bands of all time, alternative band, Primus, and their song, The Pressmen, from their 1993 album, Pork Soda. And there are a few other strange songs that could be found, or strange words that could be found in this particular song. I chose to go with mentholated. And so what does mentholated mean? Well, it just means treated with or flavored with the menthol flavor. Whether that is in gum or candy, or even, if we want to go extreme, cigarette smoke and stuff like that, or cigarettes, menthol. So in the case of the lyrics, Les Claypool sings, ham and egg salad on white bread keeps me company on nights like this. A pack of mentholated cigarettes keeps my air nice and thick. Smells and sounds good. I suppose if you are a smoker, if you've ever been a smoker, this might be kind of a set of lyrics that would mean something to you. As for me, the only kind of cigarette smoke I've ever smelled is secondhand smoke, and it made me cough and gag. So, mentholated, I mean, as much as I like the smell, I just, not for me in that context. So, very unusual, at least in song lyrics. Primus, 1993, their song, The Pressmen. Check that one out. All right, at the number 8 spot, we have, I couldn't do this video without doing this word. And of course, that is Steve Miller's Pompatus. And what is Pompatus? Well, Pompatus is not actually a real word. It's kind of a combination of a couple of things, but it's known as a nonce word. And of course, it is from the 1973 song, The Joker, from the very famous line that goes, some people call me the space cowboy. Some call me the gangster of love. Some people call me Maurice, because I speak the Pompatus of love. So pompous is just, it's just a nonce word or a nonsense word, kind of deriving really from the word pompous. You know, a lot of people have said, you know, you pompous ass or whatever it is. And in the case of these lyrics, you know, the Joker, he's the space cowboy. He's the gangster of love. He's the know-it-all. He's this pompous guy. He's obviously the pompous of love. And so if you've ever wondered what pompous means, it's not a true word, but it's kind of a combination of a couple of buzzwords, a nonce word. There you go. 1973's The Joker, Steve Miller Band, and Pompous at number 8. All right, my 9th word. This was also in the introduction. I don't know if people still use these. We will talk about this in just a sec. But here's from Weird Al Yankovic's 1985 album Dare to Be Stupid, and the song One More Minute with the word Rolodex. And yes, if you grew up in the 70s and the 80s, even in the 90s to some degree, you will know what a Rolodex is. I do think some secretaries and stuff might still use these, but I think they are obsolete now with new modern spreadsheets and computers and all that. But a Rolodex is a desktop card index system, usually with a handle, and it rotates, and it keeps a collection of addresses, phone numbers, and people's names. And so how does this apply in this song? Well, Weird Al Yankovic, I mean, he's known, he's Weird Al for a reason. And in this particular song, he is breaking up with a girl, and he doesn't want anything to do with her in this One More Minute song. And he says, so I pulled your name out of my Rolodex, and I tore all your pictures in two. And I burned down the malt shop where we used to go just because it reminds me of you. And, you know, if we're looking for another unusual thing that doesn't really exist unless you're looking at 1950s and 60s context, but what was a malt shop? Well, a malt shop was a place that you could go and hang, get some drinks, pop, ice cream, all that kind of stuff. If you are of that era, please let me know. Have you had an experience with malt shops and things like that? What did you think? Do you wish that they were kind of a continued thing of the present? Have you ever went to one of these 50s and 60s retro type things, malt shops? But yeah, kind of cool. We've got 2 in 1 here. Rolodex and malt shop in the same song. One More Minute, 1985, Weird Al Yankovic, the 9th word in this list. All right, and to finish it off, we are going with the 10th and final word, and that is from the Flock of Seagulls 1982 hit song, I Ran. And so what's the word in I Ran? Well, it's a word that's not, like I said, like some of these other words, not that uncommon, but uncommon, I guess, in the context of song lyrics. And that is the word tawny. 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 Yes, like Tawny Katane, the former celebrity that we lost a few years back. So what is the meaning of tawny? Well, tawny is of an orange-brown or yellowish-brown color. So it is a colored word. And in the lyrics, it says, I walked along the avenue. This is from the start of the song. I never thought I'd meet a girl like you. Meet a girl like you. With auburn hair and tawny eyes. So really cool. I never knew that was what the lyrics was. I mean, I knew I walked along the avenue and all that kind of stuff, but the word tawny isn't exactly 100% clear in the lyrics, at least not when you're listening to it on the radio. And so, yeah, he meets a girl with auburn-colored hair, and her eyes are like a orangish brown or yellowish brown color. So, very cool song. If you're familiar with the Flock of Seagulls, you will remember the crazy hairdos and the unique style of that band. And I recently read that they're still doing some touring in casinos and different bars and stuff like that. So Flock of Seagulls are still a thing. If you don't know the song, check it out. We would call them one-hit wonders. I call them a two-hit wonder, as they also did Space Aged Love Song, which is a great song as well. So there you have it. 10 unusual words that are found in song lyrics. If they may not be completely unusual to you, but for me, in a lyrical sense, they are definitely different. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you know of any other unusual words that you'd like me to cover in some future unusual words videos for song lyrics, let me know in the comments as well. Like I said at the top of the hour here, if you are new to my channel, please click the subscribe button, click the bell, leave some comments in the down below. Give me a thumbs up if you are a continued subscriber. Thank you for the support, and until next time, once again, I hope you enjoyed this. Stay safe, everyone, and we will see you next time.